everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, The Sunny Noon When I Slept So Deeply in Quote. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. At noon, the sunlight did not rush into the house. It arrived gently, like a polite guest who knew everyone inside was tired. The curtains were half open, just enough to let thin golden lines fall onto the floor. Dust floated lazily in the air, turning the room into something warm and peaceful. Outside, the world sounded slower. Motorbikes passed less often, birds sang shorter songs, and even the wind seemed to pause to catch its breath. I chose this moment carefully. He circled the living room twice, his small paws making soft tapping sounds against the tiles. His ears twitched once, reacting to a distant noise, then relaxed again. Finally, he lowered himself onto his favorite spot, a patch of sunlight near the window where the floor was always slightly warm. I stretched his legs forward, then backward, as if he were trying to measure the comfort of the day. He let out a long sigh, the kind that sounded almost human. His eyes blinked slowly, fighting sleep but losing the battle with dignity. From the sofa, I watched him. I had a special way of sleeping at noon. It was not the quick nap of someone resting between tasks. It was a deep, trusting sleep, the kind that said, I believe this place is safe. I believe nothing bad will happen. His chest rose and fell steadily. One ear flopped to the side, completely relaxed. His tail gave a tiny wag in his sleep, as if he were greeting someone in a dream. The sun moved inch by inch across the floor, slowly climbing onto his fur. I did not move. He surrendered fully to the warmth. In that moment, the house felt different. The unfinished work on my desk did not call my name. The phone on the table stayed silent. Time, usually impatient, seemed willing to sit down and wait with us. I slept, and the day learned how to slow down. As I slept more deeply, small details began to appear. His paws twitched lightly, as if he were running somewhere far away, maybe chasing a leaf, maybe chasing a memory. A soft sound escaped his nose, half snore, half sigh. His whiskers trembled, then settled again. Watching him, I realized something simple yet powerful. I was not worried about the past or the future. He was not thinking about what he had not done or what he would need to do later. He was not planning, regretting, or rushing. I was completely present in the moment, wrapped in sunlight and trust. I leaned back and let myself breathe at the same rhythm as him. Outside, the heat pressed gently against the walls. Noon in summer often felt heavy, almost uncomfortable. But inside, next to Bai's calm breathing, the heat became a blanket instead of a burden. I remembered how different our mornings were. In the morning, Bai was always alert. He followed every sound, every movement. If I stood up, he stood up. If I reached for my keys, his ears shot straight up. His world was full of signals and expectations. But noon was different. Noon was when Bai allowed himself to let go. He trusted that food had been eaten, walks had been taken, and nothing urgent needed his attention. So he rested, fully, honestly, without guilt. Humans, I thought, rarely sleep like that. Even when we lie down, our minds stay awake. We replay conversations, worry about tomorrow, and count unfinished tasks like restless sheep. We carry our stress into our rest, turning sleep into another kind of work. I did not do that. His trust was visible in every relaxed muscle. As I watched him, my thoughts softened. The things that had felt heavy in the morning now felt manageable. The problems did not disappear, but they lost their sharp edges. I shifted slightly, adjusting his head closer to the sunlight. Without opening his eyes, he knew exactly where comfort lived. I smiled. Sometimes, the most meaningful conversations between humans and animals happen without words. They happen in shared silence, in breathing together, in simply being near one another. I slept deeply, and I stayed awake, learning. The sun did not stay still forever. Slowly, almost politely, it began to move away from Bai's resting spot. The golden patch on the floor thinned, then slid quietly toward the wall. The warmth faded just enough to be noticed. I felt it before he fully woke up. First, his nose twitched. Then one eye opened halfway, unfocused and gentle. He stretched his front legs forward, his back legs pushing behind him in a long, lazy motion. His mouth opened wide in a dramatic yawn that showed his small teeth and curled tongue. He blinked at me, still half lost in dreams. For a few seconds, he didn't move. He simply lay there, awake but unhurried, adjusting to the return of the world. Then his tail thumped once against the floor, not fast, not excited, just a quiet acknowledgement. I stood up and walked toward him. I rolled onto his side, offering his belly without hesitation. I knelt down and rubbed his warm fur, feeling the steady life beneath my hand. He closed his eyes again, not to sleep, but to enjoy the moment fully. Outside, the afternoon noises slowly returned. Somewhere, a door closed. A motorbike passed. Life resumed its pace. But something had changed. The quiet noon, Bai's deep sleep, and the shared stillness had left a gentle mark on the day. It reminded me that rest was not wasted time, that slowing down was not a failure, that peace could exist even in the middle of ordinary life. Bai stood up, shook himself lightly, and walked toward his water bowl. After drinking, he looked back at me, ears relaxed, eyes calm. The nap was over, but the lesson remained. Bai's deep sleep on that sunny noon may seem like a small, ordinary moment, but it carries a meaningful lesson for our modern lives. In a world where people are constantly busy, pressured, and distracted, Bai shows us the value of trust and rest. He sleeps deeply because he feels safe, loved, and secure in his environment. This reminds us that emotional safety is just as important as physical comfort for both humans and animals. From Bai, we can learn to respect the rhythm of life. Rest is not laziness, it is recovery. Allowing ourselves moments of true rest helps us return stronger, calmer, and more focused. Just as Bai listens to his body and the warmth of the sun, we should learn to listen to our own needs instead of constantly pushing forward. The bond between humans and animals grows stronger when we slow down enough to notice these quiet moments. By giving animals a safe space, patience, and love, we receive emotional healing in return. Bai does not speak, yet he teaches empathy, presence, and balance. If we carry these lessons into our daily lives, we can build a kinder relationship with ourselves, with animals, and with the world around us.